What is up, family? I am in the place where everything started. I'm very happy to be up on this camera, just getting a little talking and just helping anybody I can possibly help with this video. But I hope all is well for you guys. I hope that you've been able to get enough sunlight. You've been out in nature yourself. You've been disconnecting from anything that is keeping you plugged into the matrix. But there's nothing like this. Getting some exercise, burning off some fat, losing some calories, or whatever people want to say about health. I honestly think just losing weight is just being disciplined and not really worrying about all the numbers. The numbers don't mean anything. What matters is you putting the consistent work at it every single day and loving the process. So make sure to love the process, love what you're doing, and don't quit just because you took a couple days off. Don't just go back to your old ways just because you slipped up. Things happen. Give yourself some mercy, forgive yourself, and realize that you can make the change. And you can make the change whenever, but you have to make the decision. And you have to put your foot down and say, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it now. I know there's a lot of people out there, like, they're very motivated. You're having a good conversation with them, and then boom, they give themselves an excuse or an alibi. They're like, well, when the time's right, I'll do this and that, and I just got a lot going on, so I'm gonna wait until the time's right. There's no such thing as the right time, because the future is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. But there's no reason to sit down and be like, oh crap, oh, something's gonna happen. Nah, you don't need to be all anxious. You need to sit down and be like, okay, if I'm not gonna start today, I better get the plan. That's still an action. You don't have to get into what you wanna do, but you gotta be actionable in some type of way. So make a plan, even if it's step one of the plan. Make something, even if it's THE, like SpongeBob did in his essay. Even if it's just that is action. So it's not like you have to do anything crazy to be actionable. Man, I must be out of shape. I'm like trying to get some air back in me, or I'm just talking too fast and too much. But that's something I like to do, and that's what this channel is going to be. So if you don't like it, that's all right. You can stay around, hate, or you can leave. It doesn't really matter. You are welcome, unless you are just draining my energy. But that don't matter. I just want to keep y'all accountable and keep myself accountable. When you have a relationship, it goes both ways. 100. You both got to put in the same amount, right? So if I'm going to give you information while giving myself information, that's 200%. We both went all in, right? You listen to me while I also listen to myself. Or even just, something different to explain, something much harder to explain. But that's just what nature is. You take a walk, it's a meditation walk. You get these crazy thoughts, these crazy ideas. It's Gaia. It's Gaia. It's Mother Nature giving you her information, or the information that you once had, and you're just picking it back up. Some of you guys may be like, oh, he's on some weird hippie shit. Like, I don't believe in that. And that's okay. Just take a step into somebody else's mind and just be open to different ideas. There's not one single right answer. Now, you may believe differently, and that's okay. If there's one answer to you, that's all right. But I'm going to always tell myself that there is more than one way to skin that cat. And that's an old ass saying. So it's not my thing. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I've even realized that in my business recently, because I used to think there was only one way to make the 10K. I always thought there was only one way to get good products. But no. It's the consistency, it was the discipline, and it was the continuous study of what I'm learning. And what I do is I resell vintage clothing. So I'm out in the thrift stores. I go to multiple places, but mostly right now just the racks. And I have to find good, high quality vintage products. It doesn't have to be a special brand, but I buy based off quality, my own eye, and I'm really creative with it. So, I have that talent, but I never was able to scale the way I wanted to until I just said, you know what? I'm going to do this every single day, and I'm going to put my love into it. I'm going to put my full effort in it. And I just didn't give up. As much as I wanted to, as much as I've been frustrated at slow sales days, or as much as I've been frustrated to lose out on things or have to refund people, it's like, man, I've shipped to every single state, including other countries. That's as beautiful. No, it gets even more beautiful. I'm not even going to say that's as it gets. I've been saying that recently, and I catch myself because, if a girl's fine, you walk away. Because what is fine? Fine is like wine, right? That's why they call it fine wine, because it was aged to perfection. There's nothing else that will make it better. That's terrible, right? That's what fine means. It's the final. It's the finale, right? So if you see a girl, don't say she's fine. Like, dang, she's got all that potential. She looks good as hell. She is gorgeous. She's got the potential. Meaning she's only going to keep going up, right? But back to business talk. Back to that. Scaling to 10K was easier than I thought. And I felt like I had to do all these things. I felt like I had to do what other people were doing. And I would just get on social media and just hit into that comparison stage, or comparison in general. It wouldn't even be a stage. Like, I still compare myself in some ways. I got to be honest with y'all, but I would just compare accounts and be like, oh my gosh, she has this and that. And it's these rare, so-called rare items, but it's just pop culture stuff. And I'm like, at the end of the day, why am I so fixated on something popular, something cool, when I can just create my own wave? And I've been able to do that in so many ways. And I'm very thankful to have, because I have an eye for the right vintage products. I'm a one of one in selling my own collection of stuff. And same with my business partners. I'll say partners because I have one on my account with me, and the others are just really close people of mine that I want to see them win in any endeavor. But they're my partners. They're all my partners. They don't have to be in my business. People are your partners, man. So make sure that you surround yourself by a group of people that want to get better or do the same thing as you, because it's not easy to find somebody who's gonna want to get better every single day and do it consistently. That is almost impossible, but nothing's impossible. So you got to find somebody that has the same drive, the same factors as you, the same background almost, and get you the mentor, the mentee, and really, really work your way up in any field. That's all you have to do. Get a good support system, work your way up by studying every single day, and if you actually enjoy it, the process is much easier. There's other things that I want to do right now, and I haven't fully been like, oh, I love this, I enjoy this. But I know it's coming. I know the more work that I put in and the more reps I put in different skills and different tasks, the easier it will be. So I'm not going to beat myself up, and neither should you if you're starting something or if you want to start something. Like I'm saying today, you just want to take that small action or take the big action. The big action will be better, but even the smallest of actions can plant that seed and grow an abundant garden and an abundant forest. And then if you're doing something or you want to do something and you've been trying to figure it out, remember that there are people that have already built something, but not everybody has built something the same way. Now, it's good to take advice. It's good to see what people are doing, but it's not good to compare. So remember this. Do it every single day. Study it every single day. And push yourself harder and harder in that subject. Because I guarantee, if you don't give up, if you stay persistent, and you keep your eye on the Creator, you keep the eye on your health, your family, the ones closest to you, and you pay attention to what the universe is saying or God's saying, or you analyze your environment, whether it be awake, whether it be unconsciously, whether it be in your sleep, it doesn't matter. Just try to observe as much, but don't overanalyze anything. You'll know when God is speaking to you. You'll know when God is speaking through you. So keep on pushing. Don't give up. If you want to learn something like selling vintage, or if you want to learn how to better yourself, just hit me up in the comments. Like, I don't care to make more videos. I don't care to drop the link to my socials and we'll get in touch. But if you want to scale a vintage business, or you just want to chop it up about anything, like, I'm here. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm willing to give as much of myself to others to help them achieve that next level, or even have more people to work with, because it's not about competing, it's about creating and helping other people. But not here to make all this money from y'all and exploit people and shit. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I know I'm getting a little bit all over the place, but remember this, before we close, take action and just work at it every single day with consistent and persistent effort. Peace.